Welcome back, guys. On today's episode, we'll talk about what made this whole volunteer trip possible and how we prepared for it. Yeah!
Let's go wild! Okay, so originally we wanted to record this episode from the airports while traveling to Koh Samui, which would have been pretty cool. However, we had 5 flights in about 27 hours.
Yeah, absolutely nuts.
Yeah, so we first flew to Prague from Aberdeen because we needed to meet Yuri's parents so we could all travel together. And all of our connection flights were super tight, but all the planes were on time and we managed to make them okay. The companies that we booked our flights through were KLM, Emirates, and Bangkok Airways. Emirates and Bangkok Airways provided really nice vegan meals, and if you are a traveling vegan, please don't forget to select it on your dietary requirement at the time of your booking. But I am sure that you can change it in the Manage My Booking online as well. So anyway, let's get back to the beginning of our traveler's itch. Yuri?
Yeah, who does not love an origin story, right? Um, we established early on in our relationship that we would like to live outside the UK one day. We both crave different challenges and love to learn from other cultures, people, and political systems. Um, you know, we just feel there are currently other countries that are more forward thinking in education, employment, ecology, and other areas.
Yeah, and we want to be a part of that.
Yeah. Nothing was set in stone though, but we knew we wanted to explore, learn, and move abroad one day.
Okay, so when doing the research for our honeymoon, we saw a magazine in STA Travel that contained some volunteer packages, and we were both super interested in that. I already have some experience with volunteering abroad because I volunteered in India, which we'll probably do an episode on one day.
Yeah, I've also done some volunteering in the past, but it was in digital design and website areas, so nothing as cool as Laurie, but you know, I was really curious about it.
Yeah, but in the end, we decided that if we were going to do something like this, we should do it later on when we have more money, time, energy to really focus on it fully.
Yeah, so not long after our honeymoon, my parents came forward with this plan to visit my dad's friend in Koh Samui, and they wanted us to go with them. It was and it is right now a big deal, as when I was young, my parents were never in a position financially to take us on a beach holiday, and now they are. Plus, the whole trip is even more special because my dad hasn't seen his friend in over 30 years. Big shout out to Ross and Nika.
Woo! Yeah, so when I originally found out like this plan, I was super excited, but I was also like slightly disappointed because me and Yiri have always wanted to go traveling around Thailand, and obviously with this plan, we would just be going to one Thai island for 2 weeks. So we literally just decided, like in that moment, fuck it, like why don't we just make this the start of our traveling and volunteering plan? And the reason that we had to go to Thailand in these dates in July is because Yiri's dad's work has got like set holidays and
Yeah.
they can't be shifted about. So when we found out the dates, that literally like we had the realization that oh shit, we've only got half a year to sort everything out. So we had to pack up our house and like wrap things up and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Um, so for that Thailand trip, there was a lot of research into flights initially, because we had to connect. We had to basically meet my parents somewhere along the way and fly together because, they are not really traveled, they don't speak other languages.
They're not well traveled and their English is very basic and to be honest, like the flights it was very intense and like
It was, yeah.
it was like really short connection like time, so like we found it quite hectic and we travel quite a lot.
So we had to do it this way, and there was a lot of combinations we tried, because they live in Germany, but eventually we basically met in Prague and flew from there. Oh my god, guys, we were starting to think this episode is cursed or something because we were outside, obviously, because of the nice night ambient noise. But it started to get really windy and quite rainy as well, so we had to move inside. This room is not perfect, it's got this like weird echo, so we hope it's listenable.
Yeah.
So just to continue, during this time also, when we were booking the Thailand flights, I spoke to my boss and He was very understanding about it. It was really hard for me as well, as for them. Like we really got along really well, but they extended my contract till we need it, which helped us a lot. So there are good people out there. So thank you guys.
Okay, so when me and Yuri go away traveling or on holiday or whatever, I am usually the person that does all the research for flights and accommodation and stuff like that. So as soon as I knew the plan, I was like, okay. So I went onto Facebook and I went onto a couple of my favorite groups, which is like Vegan Aberdeen and Vegan Travel, and I asked them for suggestions on any like animal volunteering there. So, and then after that, we just used Google for vegan friendly animal volunteering around the world, and we made a list of our top picks from there.
Yeah. So what guided these topics was set of priorities and values we've kind of set out, which are we wanted them to be legit animal sanctuaries, vegan friendly. We wanted it to be in a warm climate. I can still remember we were in Yo Sushi actually talking about like where we would like to volunteer, and
Oh yeah, we had like the world map up, and
yeah,
we were like,
it was
yeah.
okay. Well, like we were going through the continents and thinking about the different climates and stuff.
Yeah, and we also like wanted to pick all the climates to be like pretty much the same, so, because obviously we're living out of a backpack. We didn't want to be chopping and
Yeah.
changing drastically like in clothing.
That's a good shout. We wanted it also to be affordable, and somewhere we could gain knowledge and skills at the same time. So after that, Laurie corresponded with all the placements, got information packs, and all questions answered, because she's awesome, by the way. We were looking, what we used to book the flights with was the same service we used to book flights for our honeymoon, which is Travel Up. They get quite cheap deals and stuff. Not always, but check it out. We were looking for the best order of the placements we wanted to work in, and it was guided by the price and the weather. This bit took a lot of time, by the way. It was quite a complicated thing to do. And after that, Lottie got back in touch with the placements and booked everything up front. It wasn't necessary to do that, but we just wanted to pay it all.
Yeah. So after that, we still had like a little bit of savings left, but we did need to put like a big chunk of Yuri's wage aside each month. And also like from everything we were selling from our house and all our personal possessions, we put that like in a savings account into the bank. Because I left my job in December to focus on like clearing out the house and selling as much things as I just mentioned. A few things crept up that we didn't think of. So after we booked the flights, we then noticed that Yuri's passport was away to run out, and it was quite a lengthy process. So we did try to do it through like the London embassy, but they were saying it was going to be taken up to 3 months, and we needed to apply for like the Thai visa and stuff like that. So the quickest way was Yuri had to fly to Germany because that's where his parents stay, and then they just drove to Czech and like renewed it there, which took, I think it was like 6 days, right?
Yeah, and that's like the fastest way currently in Czech Republic of like the most expedited passport renewal.
Yeah, it was weird. A bit mental. Like
it was quite expensive as well. So yeah, guys, watch out. Anywhere you're kind of traveling, your passport needs to at least have 6 months.
Yeah.
Of validity in it. So
yeah, and then after all that, we then like once we got the passport back, we were able to apply for our Thai visa. It's like 3 months before is like the earliest that you can apply for it to enter Thailand.
Which one did we get?
We got this single tourist entry, and I think it's like £25 per person.
Yeah, and it should allow us to stay in Thailand for 60 days, isn't it? Is that right?
I think so. Yeah, and I had like. When they actually emailed me saying that there was like an issue with my one, like they wanted me to get like, I think it was like the double entry, or it was like more expensive, and I was like, why? I've been told I need the single. And after like speaking to them on the phone and email, they were like, okay ma'am, we'll do it for you. So
yeah, it's
like
something a little bit dodgy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was someone new or if, because I filled out the exact same as Jiri and there was no issues with his. So but we did clarify it and it did get sorted, so yeah. And then we got all of our jabs. So there was like a couple of mandatory ones that we had to get, which was rabies and tetanus. And then you got a couple more. Which
I got hepatitis A and typhoid as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got all those, and then we like sent the update to the placements, like that we got that done. And then the last thing really that we really needed to get was travel insurance. So because we're working with animals, it needed to cover us working with animals. So I wrote again into vegan travel asking, you know, does anyone have experience? What insurance company did they go with? And one that kept constantly getting recommended was World Nomads. So yeah, I looked it up. I got in touch with them because on their website it isn't really clear like how to add that on. So I had to email them and ask them about that, and they were asking what tasks it included, and once I told them, they said it would be fine and that they would cover us. So
Yeah, but we had to put an add-on onto the plan.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's quite pricey, but I'd rather that than
Well,
yeah.
compared to other insurances that I've heard, it's okay.
Yeah, well,
Was it for both of us like 850
Yeah.
50 pounds?
No, it's like I think it was like £750 for 9 months of travel insurance,
Yeah.
and that was for both of us.
Yeah,
so.
you fill in all the countries you go to and kind of the activities, and
Yeah.
they give you, it's
Yeah.
pretty good. So another advantage we got was that Laurie's parents own the property that we were renting. It was actually really hard for us to leave it. You know, it was we spent a lot of time there renovating it with Laurie's parents, and it was just
Yeah,
a great place.
Yeah, and I love the house and the location. So yeah, I'm gonna really miss it.
Yeah, me too. So they told us not to worry about having the place completely clean and perfect because they're getting new windows and a cleaner in before renting out again,
Yeah.
which is a great help. And they also said if we pack things up and label them clearly, you know, they would take care of it basically. So.
Yeah, they're gonna like put it into storage or give it to charity or whoever we labeled the things for.
Well, all of this was a huge help and stress relief off of our minds. So
Yeah, big help.
thank you.
Yeah, and then our last couple of weeks was just filled with goodbyes with our friends and family, and like the last time of things before our travels. It was quite emotional and hard for us to leave our loved ones and our home comforts, but we understand that you need to go out with your comfort zone to grow.
A special thanks and shout out goes to all of you amazing people who have liked our page, listened and shared our first episode, and gave us feedback. Yeah, Ruth, you saved us, by the way. But thank you all.
If you'd like to connect with us, you can find us on Facebook or Instagram by searching Laurie and Jiri Go Wild. We'll be releasing pictures and updates about our travels there. Yeah, and if anyone has any questions or suggestions or would just like to say hi, you can personal message us through our Facebook page or by email at ljgowild@gmail.com.
So yeah, this is it, guys. Have a lovely day, whatever and whenever you are. Stay inspired, happy and wild.
Okay, much love, guys. Bye!
Bye!